Namaskar friends, this is NJ, your host on this channel. In this video, we will have our discussion on the weekly forecast starting from the November 7th till November 13th. So now guys, as you know that in the weekly forecast video, we try to follow the journey of the moon. Moon, which is the significator of our emotions, of our subconsciousness, and basis that whatsoever planets have in store for you. If you have to narrow down your predictions to the day, to the hour, to the second, you have to include the transit of the moon. So definitely guys, I always say this thing that if you want to get the best out of these weekly transit video, you have to blend it with the kind of yogas you have in your chart and what kind of dashas which are currently operational in your life. Now this week is going to be a little bit sensitive because a lot of planetary shift is going to be taking place, and over and above that, the week will start in this mode when moon is going to be getting prepared to get into that lunar eclipse mode. So yes, moon will start this week being transiting in the Aries sign, being conjunct with Rahu, and it will end the week being transiting in the Gemini sign. First on November 11th, Venus will enter the Scorpio sign, and then on November 13th, Mercury will also enter the Scorpio sign. And guys, the good part is that on same November 13th only, Mars, which is currently transiting in a retrograde motion in an enemy sign of Gemini. So Mars on November 13th will also retrograde back in the Taurus sign. And just because from the Taurus, Mars is going to be giving straight aspect to the Scorpio sign. So whenever a planet looks back its own sign, it protects the signification of that house. And just because Venus, Mercury, Sun, a lot of planets now are going to be crossing from the Scorpio. So this straight aspect of the Mars will definitely protect the signification of all the qualities or attributes of the Scorpio energy. So guys, this was just a basic overview of the summary of this whole week. Now we will shift our discussion to the customized results for all the rising signs. Now friends, starting first with the Aries Lagna people. So now guys, as you can see, moon will start its journey from your first house and will end the week in your third house. So beyond doubt, you and your ascendant lord is the epicenter of, first of all, eclipse. Second thing is that because slowly gradually all the planets are going to be shifting in your ascendant lord's Scorpio sign only, in your 8th house. So guys, I want to be very honest over here. This week a lot many Aries Lagna people have to deal with the episodes of depression, mood swings, anger, frustration. There could be some stark argument with someone as well. So a lot of these things are temperamental related. So I would say that just because if you're watching this video, you are by yourself aware of your temperament, then you can actually start working in that direction, right? So that is one thing which the vulnerable aspect of this week is more driven towards your own personality flaws. But when I talk about the way omens and circumstances are going to be treating you, so regarding that front, this week is creating a very, very positive energy. Guys, as you know that ever since Saturn has gained momentum, it has come out of its retrograde motion in your 10th house. So things have already started working out in your favor. This might be right now happening behind the screen. You might not be able to witness it right now, but things have already started taking, or universe has already started sowing some positive seeds in your favor for your professional front in mind perspective. But I would say guys, also from the opportunities perspective as well, because the planetary shift taking place in your 8th house, and Mars, your ascendant lord, is going to be entering in your house of income, finances, and it is going to be looking straight at all these planets. So I would say that definitely in terms of opportunities coming to you or being approached with some lucrative opportunity, this week is creating a very, very positive news in that front. Like I would say a lot many Aries Lagna people, by the end of the week you must receive some good auspicious news for sure. So yes guys, this is what the overall news is for all the Aries Lagna people. Be in check of your temperament, of your mood swing, and even you have to give additional and heightened care to your health as well. And when we talk about the professional endeavors front or anything to do with the financial gain perspective, I would say the week is creating a very positive energy. The only one thing, guys, which I want to say over here is that just because this whole churning up is taking place where Mars is going to be entering your second house from the third house, so definitely you will be overwhelmed with lot many options, lot many people approaching you, or lot many suggestions which might be coming to you. So my recommendation to Aries Lagna people is that listen to everyone, strategize yourself, plan yourself, but do not think about initiating something very important or considering any sudden U-turn, or if someone is gonna press you to give your final nod on something. So I would say the week has already started churning up some very positive results for you, and you will be approached with some good opportunity during this week. But I would say listen to everyone, and before giving your final nod, I would say this week is more good for the strategy perspective rather than the implementation or execution perspective, and give heightened attention to your mood, to your temperament during this week. Moving ahead, friends, now for all the Taurus Lagna people. So now, guys, in your case, moon will start its journey from your 12th house and will end the week in your second house. So definitely, guys, when we talk about anything to do with the travels, over there you have to remain very cautious. Second thing is that for all those people in whose case like adventure sport or water connected sport are like a part of your lifestyle, so even during the time of the eclipse and during this week specifically, you have to remain very cautious, very careful around the water, because this whole eclipse energy is going to be influencing the matters of your 12th house. Also, guys, I'm not seeing any vulnerability in the continuous flow of your income. The only thing is that your savings are severely getting affected, so do not go overboard in your expenses. Specifically all those people who are very shopaholic in nature, or you have got very extravagant or very impulsive nature when it comes down to shopping and spending your money on kind of wasteful things, because your Lagna is being ruled by Venus in itself, so a lot of attention goes in the luxury. And also, guys, there could be little bit vulnerability on the account of the health as well. Health is getting affected because this whole eclipse energy influencing the excess of your 12th house and the 6th house. And also try not to get into any conflict, any argument, because there could be some threat on the account of hidden enemies or people who are always envious of you or of your success. So remain very watchful around these kind of people. Also, guys, when we talk about for the students perspective, so during this week, if you have to write any of the competitive exam, the week is creating a very positive energy. Guys, in any case, as you can fairly see that just because Saturn has not gained momentum in your 9th house, it has come out of its retrograde motion. So luck is now getting activated in your case, like all those lifetime events or tasks of yours, your priority list, which has come to a deadlock, which has come to a standstill. So luck will start giving its push, its thrust in a positive direction. So I'm not seeing you guys vulnerable. It's just like that this week is very sensitive. I have already explained this whole energy taking place in the excess of 12th house and 6th house. And let's say, for example, if in any case right now your Rahu is active in the Mahadasha, in the Antardasha, or your moon nakshatra is of Rahu, then you have to remain additionally cautious, careful. I would say that the recitation of the Mahamrityunjaya mantra will prove to be very severe for all the Taurus Lagna people. So guys, the summary is that you have to remain careful while undertaking any travel. Be very watchful of your health. Be careful around their water as well. And a good week for the students. And definitely the prospects of luck will again start supporting you. And specifically here I'm looking at the 9th house related matters. So any of the much awaited pending concerns of the immigration, foreign university, or concerns of the job placement as well, I'm not seeing you guys vulnerable in any front. Like even I would say that very soon your Mars will also retrograde back at your first house as well. And just because after this Devuthini Ekadashi, so and the whole planetary concentration, your ascendant lord very soon is going to be transiting to your 7th house as well. So we are heading towards some very good time of commercial benefits, and good news in the account of relationship, matrimonial concerns as well. It's just like that, let this week pass very smoothly without initiating anything which can make you vulnerable or which can give more burden or pressure in the matters of your expenses. Now guys, for all the Gemini Lagna people, so now guys, in your case, moon will start its journey from your 11th house and will end the week in your 1st house. So now guys, I want to be very honest over here. See, the whole planetary alignment, the way it is behaving this week is, first of all, moon will transit from your 12th house. Second thing is that this effect of eclipse, although it's a lunar eclipse, the effect is more going to be on the side where moon is going to be transiting, and it is going to be conjunct with Rahu. But just because guys, 5th house, which also is the house of our thought process, our intellect, and because the tail end of this eclipse is at your 5th house, and guys, Mars is not a very auspicious planet for you, and Mars is going to be retrograde back to your 12th house during this week. So the whole planetary energy and this churning out is making a lot many Gemini Lagna people vulnerable. Now this vulnerability could be some sudden getting injured, getting wounded, or this could be sudden financial loss. So again guys, see, I do not want to be a bearer of a sad news. It's just like that, if your activities, your engagements are like that, and along with that you're also going through some vulnerable dashas, then you have to remain little bit cautious, careful in the back of your mind, because this week will give you lot of like sudden shift of your energies and priorities, suddenly getting very excited, suddenly losing all the motivation. So this is how the week could turn out. And also guys, okay, when I talk from the perspective of receiving the support of the elderly members of the family, like specifically there is a lot of auspiciousness which you will experience in the matters of your family life. Like rather I would say from the account of receiving blessings from the mother and all those people who want to deal with any of the sale purchase of their property and all of that. So it's a very good time for all those pursuit. Like rather I would say that even for the students as well, the week is creating a very positive energy. I'm not seeing you guys vulnerable. It's just like that, the first half of the week, like the first half is specifically very sensitive, and I have already mentioned suddenly getting injured or wounded, taking good care of your health, of your well-being, and taking all the financial decisions very carefully and monitoring your behavior. Like do not be like someone who is suddenly flying to a rage and suddenly you are feeling very fearful. So these kind of temperament or behavior related issue or psychological issues could trouble a lot many Gemini Lagna people. But like the way guys, I already mentioned this thing, people around you will prove to be very supporting. Now this could be your friends, this could be your parents, this could be elderly members of the family, and a very good week for the students or all those people who have to appear in any sort of competitive exam during this week. Now guys, for all the Cancer Lagna people, so now guys, in your case, moon will start its journey from your 10th house and will end the week in your 12th house. So definitely guys, during this week, I want to be very honest over here that pertaining to the matters of your professional endeavors, just try not to get into any kind of favorism at work front, because the energy of this week is creating those possibilities of blame game, allegation or favorism. So this is how energy could turn out at your work front. Also there could be some additional worries on the account of the father's health as well, regarding which some of the Cancer Lagna people might have to remain worried. But in general guys, when we talk about the auspicious events taking place in your life, like specifically domestic life will prove to be very fulfilling, very rejuvenating for a lot many Cancer Lagna people. Like specifically because if I'm talking about domestic life, if I'm talking about your 4th house related matters, so definitely like specifically after the first half, like once the lunar eclipse peak will start fading down. So I would say in the second half of the week, like any of the matters of the fourth house. When we talk about people planning to start the process of buying a home or selling a home, buying a new vehicle, or thinking about moving to a new place, so all those things can be considered during this week. Definitely guys, Jupiter is in a full strength, transiting in your ninth house. Luck is definitely supporting you, and even from the perspective of some commercial gains or some new business idea, this week is creating a proper energy and yoga of income from multiple sources. And also for all those people who are single or on a lookout for any matrimonial alliances as well, the week is creating a very positive energy. So guys, overall auspiciousness is getting showered in all areas of your life. Divine blessing and support of luck is there specifically during this week as well. It's only in the matters of your professional life and in the matters of your work front. Over there you have to remain very cautious. Do not get involved in any of the office blame game, allegation, favorism, any sort of entanglement in the office politics. Only if you can remain cautious in this front, other areas of your life during this week will prove to be very supporting for a lot many Cancer Lagna people. Now guys, for all the Leo Lagna people, so now guys, in your case, moon will start its journey from your 9th house and will end the week in your 11th house. So now guys, the way planetary energies are influencing you during this week, so definitely your luck is churning out very rapidly during this week. So trust me, a lot many Leo Lagna people might experience a very sudden windfall gain in the matters of their profession, like something which you would not have even expected in the wildest of your imagination. So see, again guys, I do not know what kind of yogas you have in your chart or what kind of dashas you are currently going through, but this whole energy of Rahu churning up the matters of your 9th house, and because the way Mars is also going to be taking a shift, changing signs, which becomes a Yogarka planet for you, and the journey of the moon from some of the important houses which are responsible for your career and where the push comes from the luck. So that is the only reason I'm saying this thing, that this week can prove to be very game changer for a lot many Leo Lagna people. Now again guys, I want to make this thing very clear. This suddenness which I'm like emphasizing, in those cases where your chart is weak and your dashas are running vulnerable and your actions are also like that, then this suddenness could act negatively in those cases as well. So you have to take it with a pinch of salt. Now guys, when we talk about anything to do with the matters of the for students perspective, the week is creating a positive energy. All those people who have to write any competitive exam, now guys, try to understand this thing, because in your case Saturn has just gained momentum in your 6th house. So because of which, and Saturn is in a mode to very soon enter your 7th house. So I would say that if initiating the process of a loan is not that important, so it will be advisable to avoid that, because whatsoever happens when Saturn is transiting from the houses, the impact of that is felt for a longer span of time. So we do not want to be in this situation that you took a loan and later on it is being pinned to you, or it's staying with you for longer span of time where you have to pay it back with very unfavorable or very high interest rate and everything. So take that into consideration as well, because if you will approach for a loan, you will very easily get that. Now guys, specifically in the matters of your social life, I'm actually seeing you guys vulnerable in this regard, because the way things are happening right now, your ascendant lord is debilitated in the 3rd house. So a lot many Leo Lagna people might be going through the concerns of lack of confidence or lack of self-esteem, and just in order to compensate that, you might be trying to please everyone. So just be very watchful that other people are not taking advantage of your good nature. So there is a famous Hindi saying, I forgot which movie was it from, where the actors says प्यार में दोस्ती में खर्च मत हो जाना. So it means that Do not let other people around you take advantage of your good nature. And yes guys, and in the matters of the health, just the stomach related concerns in all those cases where if this is what your area of concern is in the matters of your health, you have to remain cautious, careful. But overall guys, the week is creating a positive energy. I can assure you that luck will play a very pivotal role, and the wheel of fortune is bound to move in your case, and the result will be dependent on your actions, your dashas. But definitely a lot is bound to happen this week in the lives of the Leo Lagna people. And guys, I've already mentioned this thing, for any of the consideration of moving your residence or any of the travels will also prove to be favorable. Like here I'm talking more from the perspective of the short travels will prove to be favorable for a lot many Leo Lagna people, and people around you will prove to be a pillar of support for all the Leo Lagna people. Now guys, for all the Virgo Lagna people, so now guys, in your case, definitely the week will start on a very sensitive note for you guys, where this eclipse energy is going to be influencing the matters of your 8th house. So I want to be very honest guys, anything which can prove to be hazardous or which could be threatful. Now this could be any of the nature related disaster, calamity, or like anything to do with dealing with the sharp edged tool or weapons, or dealing with these kind of people. So I would say the first half of the week could prove to be very prone, very vulnerable, where you have to stay very cautious, very alert. Now guys, the week with the progress will prove to be very favorable pertaining to the matters of your professional endeavors or professional dealings. Like rather I would say that a lot many like Virgo Lagna people can also get benefited, that you might be considered for a new role, or if you have to give any presentation, you will prove to be very impressive. Your charisma will be experienced at the work front. So for anything to do with the professional undertakings, the week is creating a very positive energy. Like whether you are a student, you have to write any competitive exam, or for all those people who are on a lookout for matrimonial concerns, so things getting finalized, finding your soul mate, or I would say a compatible match. So energies are also very favorable in that front as well. And guys, just because moon is going to be transiting from your 9th house, luck is definitely supporting you right now. There is no vulnerability in that front. And I would say that like any of the concerns of overseas admission or immigration related concerns, everything is working out a lot in your favor. Few things guys, try to keep this habit of making proper savings. Charisma and your personality will definitely be perceived, and overall the week is very favorable, very positive, nothing to worry about. It's just like that the first, I would say, 3 days, or specifically Monday and Tuesday, when the energy and the intensity of the eclipse is going to be strong in your 8th house, then you have to remain very cautious. Now guys, over and above that, there are two enemies of your ascendant lord, which are the planet Mars and Moon. So if in any way, if you are in the time period of either the Mahadasha or Antardasha of Mars or Moon, then you have to remain very cautious, very careful. I would say the best remedy for you guys or for your Lagna is listening to the Lord Vishnu Sahasranam, or leaving your home, like basis your time, availability and faith. Leaving the home after reciting Mahamrityunjaya mantra will become very important for the Virgo Lagna people. Moving ahead friends, now for all the Libra Lagna people. So now guys, in your case, moon will start its journey from your 7th house and will end the week in your 9th house. So definitely guys, because this eclipse is going to be influencing the matters of your 7th house. So a lot many Libra Lagna people might be worried on the account of the matters of their relationship, and for a lot many Libra Lagna people, there could be worries on the account of the health of the partner as well. But guys, when we talk about your charisma, specifically at your work front, that is going to be very strong. Like I would say that people will appreciate your presentation skills, and for all those people who are already holding any public seat or you deal with the mass media. But again guys, see, I want to be very honest over here, the impact of this moon and Rahu will suddenly create or spark the energy. Now definitely a lot will be dependent on the kind of yogas you have in your chart or the kind of dashas which are currently operational, but I would say that if there is going to be some sudden development which is going to take place, so just do not be very quick to come to conclusion. The after result of that, the after impact of that is going to be in your favor. Also guys, the week is creating a very positive energy for people connected with business as well. Like rather I would say that because of the support of the luck, there will be some more avenues or some new channels at your business front which might get generated during this week. Also guys, for anything to do with the property related dealings, because Saturn has already gained momentum in your 4th house. It has already come out of its retrograde motion. So for considering any of the sale, purchase or dealing in the matters of real estate or property, the week is creating a very positive energy. Also guys, the little bit vulnerable side of this week is that during the middle of the week there could be some conflict with people at your work front. So I would say try not to get entangled in any of the office related politics. The more you can pull yourself out of it or refrain from getting a part of other people's mess, the better it will work out for you. For the students, I would say that you have to guys work very hard. So any sort of casual approach is not gonna reap some very good returns for the students perspective. And guys, I've already mentioned this thing specifically on the account of your relationship with your partner. So just the initial few days of the week will create some unknown fears or anxiety on the account of your partner or relationship. But overall guys, if I were to say, the week is creating a very positive energy in all areas of your life, and definitely you will just one thing which I want to say, because as you can see that Mars is going to be making a foray coming to your 8th house, so from the 9th house. So there could be some misunderstanding with your teachers or with your guides or with the father. And because as you can see, even Sun, which is right now debilitated in your 1st house, so that is the one area where I'm seeing you guys little bit vulnerable. But in general and combined effect or energy of this week is very favorable in the matters of your business, any of the dealings of the real estate property, and definitely a lot many Libra Lagna people will take some very important decision at their professional front. And because of their charisma in their personality, in their presentation skills, they will get appreciated for their work as well. Now guys, for all the Scorpio Lagna people, so now guys, in your case, Moon is going to be starting the week from your 6th house, and it's going to be ending the week in your 8th house. Now guys, one thing which I want to make it very clear, a lot many Scorpio Lagna people might have to deal with the mood swing, or you have to deal with the pent up negative energies as well. And a lot of the mood swings is something which you have to tackle. Now guys, the good part of this week is that definitely your ascendant lord is a part of this eclipse, and surprisingly Mars is also going to be coming back and forth, like not forth, I would say it's coming retrograde back, and it's going to be entering your 7th house, and Moon is going to be taking its journey in the weekly journey. It is going to be crossing that axis. So guys, it is a typical yoga where I would say that if you have been facing any of the challenges on the account of, this could be court cases, this could be suddenly at your work front, things have become very unpleasing, very suffocating for you, or in all those cases where people have been facing the heat and challenges on the account of enemies. So with a surprisingly sequence of events or circumstances can take this turn that your enemies will not only get defeated, but they will get humiliated as well, because their own misdeeds will get exposed. So regarding that front, this week is creating a very positive energy. Guys, I always say this thing, eclipse is a very sensitive triggering point. Over and above that, your ascendant lord is a part of that, and moon, because here we are talking about the weekly transit, so moon is also a part of that. So I would say that in the matters of the 6th house, if during this week you have to appear in any sort of competition, you will do very good, you will perform surprisingly very good. I have already mentioned about winning over the enemies, and also for all those people who are there are any of the concerns of the loans, so either you will be able to get rid of the loan, that suddenly some big chunk of amount will get arranged, which you will use to settle down any of the concerns of the loans or credit and all of that. So regarding that front, the week is creating a very positive energy. Also guys, when we talk about on the matters of the relationship, I'm not seeing you guys vulnerable, like a lot many Scorpio Lagna people can also get into new relationship, or love romance can actually bloom in the existing relationship. So pertaining to the matters of the love and romance, the week is creating a very positive energy, because as you can see at the end of the week, all the planets are going to be shifting their base in your first house. So they will be coming out of the 12th house, entering your first house, and your ascendant lord is going to be retrograding back to your 7th house. So definitely guys, pertaining to the matters of the commercial decision making, commercial gains, enhancement of the reputation, and matrimonial concerns working out in your favor, new proposals or things getting finalized, regarding that front, the week is creating a very positive energy. The only thing which I want to warn to all these Scorpio Lagna people is that, driven by your impulse and sudden surge of energy, which could be a theme of the Monday and Tuesday when the eclipse energy is going to be at its peak in your 6th house, do not take any reckless, any headstrong action unless and until you are not acting with this sort of illusionary or very willful behavior. Trust me, the overall energy of this week is working out surprisingly early, a lot in the favor for the Scorpio Lagna people. Now guys, for all the Sagittarius Lagna people, so now guys, in your case, as you can fairly see that moon is going to be starting the journey from your 5th house and will be ending the week in your 7th house. Now guys, honestly speaking, irrespective of in which dignity moon is placed in your natal chart, 5th house has a very important say in our thought process, and this whole eclipse energy, and that too lunar eclipse, is going to be influencing the matters of your 5th house. So definitely a lot many Sagittarius Lagna people will face the concerns or episodes of depression, mood swing, and depending on your personality, depending on your priorities, a lot many Sagittarius Lagna people, just to compensate this inner anxiety, might drift towards the intoxicants and addictions as well. So monitor your mental health very carefully during this week. Now guys, definitely when we talk about pertaining to the matters of your gains or income perspective, so the week is creating a very positive energy. Now the yoga is getting formed in this way that not only you will be able to do good on commercial terms, but also you will be able to save the money as well, because as you can see now, Saturn has gained momentum in your 2nd house. So because of which you will get the opportunities, you will be able to encash them, and you will be able to preserve or save them as well. Now guys, when we talk about pertaining to the matters of the students, so definitely as you can see, your 5th house is getting impacted. So you have to be very attentive, and you do not have to be very casual in the matters of your academics, I would say, for any of the concerns of speculation. So guys, luck is not in that favorable state right now for the Sagittarius Lagna people. So because of which, as you can see, your 9th house lord is right now debilitated. So because of which, do not test or try your luck too much in the matters of speculation. That's my advice to you. And when we talk about the matters of the anything to do with the property related concerns, so I would say that after the first half, in the second half of the week, you can still consider any of the dealings of buying any of the property or selling out any of the property related concerns or issues. So you can actually consider doing that. The only red flag of this week is that the matters of your mental health, and for certain few There could be some worries and heightened tension on the account of your children as well. So just try to understand that the only reason you are listening to this video is that so that you can understand that whatsoever is happening, what is the spark of that, why it is happening, so that you can calm yourself down, you can do remedies, and you can make consciously very enriching and very rich choices. That is all what I want to say as this week's forecast for all the Sagittarius Lagna people. Now guys, for all the Capricorn Lagna people, so now guys, in your case, moon will start its journey from your 4th house and will end the week in your 6th house. So definitely guys, this whole energy of the eclipse is going to be impacting the matters of your 4th house. So because of which you have to remain very consciously aware on the well-being of your mother. Second thing is that guys, what happened is that, see, Saturn is transiting right now in your 1st house. So see, Saturn is a very slow moving planet, so even it slows down our life experiences as well. So it is kind of creating such a yoga that if any of the unpleasing thing is gonna happen during this week with you, it is going to actually change your complete mental setup or complete attitude as well. Like, because I've been saying this thing, like Capricorn Lagan people are some of the most helpful people, I would say, because of the ascendant being ruled by the planet Saturn, and Saturn is right now transiting over there as well. So sometimes what happens is that it's like people are not always, they do not reciprocate kindness with equal measure of kindness, and any unpleasing incident, if it is gonna happen during this time, it can actually put you in that transition mode that what is the use, why I am always helping people and getting betrayed in return. So just try not to exaggerate those emotions, I would say, because this eclipse taking place in your 4th house can actually exaggerate the matters of your emotions. So in that front, you have to remain cautious. Now guys, when we talk about some recognition or being able to execute your professional duties or being able to take some important decision at your business, and the good part over here is that whatsoever decision you will take, that will become a reason of your appreciation as well. Like whatsoever duties or responsibilities are going to be assigned to you, you might perform, you might execute, do them with perfection, and which will become a reason for appreciation from your seniors. So regarding that front, the week is creating a very positive energy. For the students, guys, I would say that you have to focus more on your grades. I am seeing little bit of the distraction pertaining to the matters of the property or real estate related dealings. In the matters of speculation, I'm not seeing you guys vulnerable. Like rather, I would say that if you're already connected with the fields of like art, entertainment, media, so a very good week. This week could prove to be very beneficial for you, because Saturn is right now, it has gained momentum in your like 1st house. For any of the art or creativity, we generally involve 3rd house as well, where right now Jupiter is transiting, and because moon is going to be during this week, it's going to be transiting from your 5th house, getting exalted in the transit. So if you are connected with the fields of art, entertainment, media, I would say do not waste the energy of this week. Like contemplate, meditate on new ideas, or if you are already well prepared with the proposal, with the idea, you just have to go out and present it to the right set of important people. So I would say the second half of the week will prove to be very auspicious for going on these sneak preview or giving the first impression of your created craft. And also, like all the 5th house related matters, I would say that even in the matters of love, romance, like because in your case it's not only the energies of the 5th house, but moon has got the rulership of your 7th house as well. So I would say that some very deep positive, like here I'm not talking about negative emotions, I'm talking about some very positive outpour of the emotions. So now this could be with your lover, for all those people who are single, or all those people who are already in an existing relationship. So a very good moments you will experience with your partner or in the matters of love and romance. So this is how we can see the weekly energy for all the Capricorn Lagna people. Moving ahead guys, Now for all the Aquarius Lagna people, so guys, in your case, moon will start its journey from your 3rd house and will end the week in your 5th house. So definitely guys, just because this is a typical yoga which can facilitate lot many travels, so travels will prove to be very favorable. Any of the plan of, like, if during this week you will be approached for any new role, any new job, any promotion, so take that will prove to be very much positive decision which will give very good results in times to come. Because guys, like the way as you can see, in your 9th house, planets are in a very accentuated state, so I would say that luck is definitely supporting you. Any of the strategies, any of the plans made by you right now, chances are very strong that they will push you, or they are already in the back of the screen, they are already pushing you in the right direction. Guys, the only vulnerability of this week is that because the eclipse energy is going to be taking place in your 3rd house, so there could be some sort of energy of betrayal, or because of the wrong treatment you have received from someone close to you, or someone in your close network or close circle, will actually give you very saddening kind of feeling, very kind of the feeling which can make you very disheartened. So just try not to get overwhelmed in these kind of situation of betrayal, guys. Definitely because Saturn is right now transiting in your 12th house and it has just gained momentum, so the week is not very favorable in the direction of saving the money, or I would say that definitely your social circle, you are in any case, like being a Aquarius Lagna, you are a very charitable person, you are a very helpful person, you are actually a very pious soul, I would say, without any doubt. And this week might demand all these kind of things as well. So it's not only the money which is getting drained, but also your efforts, your time will also go in helping people, in associating yourself, in solving other people's problems as well. But guys, the good part is that the way this week is turning out, and as you can see, because moon gets exalted in your 4th house, and even the 5th house of the chart has also to do with the happiness as well. So the whole planetary shift is turning out in such a way that by the end of the week there will be some very good news or arrival of someone important or prominent, because I have already mentioned this thing that planets are now shifting their base from your 9th house to your 10th house. So because of which, and Mars also like coming out of the Gemini, and it is going to be entering your 4th house during this week. So there is a very strong possibility of some very good news which you might receive by the end of the week, which will bring happiness in the family life. Or this could be arrival of someone very auspicious, someone who is going to bring smile or happiness in your face. So this is how the week's energy is turning out. So the gist or takeaway of this week is that just try to remain watchful on the account of not getting betrayed by people around you, that you should not come out as very gullible, that anyone can take advantage of your good nature. And second thing is that if there is any possibility of any meeting, any travel, any presentation, take that. It will prove to be very profitable for your career. And not only the change of residence or travel, I would say that any of the job or new role, if that is being approached to you, or if you will be considered for any of those new projects, so do take that or consider them very seriously, because there might be something very good hidden in for you. That is something which I can say with confidence for all the Aquarius Lagna people. And lastly guys, for all the Pisces Lagna people, in your case, moon will start its journey from your 2nd house and will end the week in your 4th house. So guys, I want to be very honest over here. Pertaining to the matters of your health, you have to remain cautious. Lunar eclipse is going to be influencing the matters of your 2nd house. So let's say for example, if you are already going through the dasha of the Rahu, so then you have to remain very watchful around the time of the eclipse. Like rather, I would say the first 2 days of the week, just take your financial decisions very carefully, because your financial management or financial area will be very prone towards some sort of sudden losses. Now guys, when I talk about, I've already mentioned health is something where you have to remain careful. Second thing is that for the students, if I were to say, see guys, because the whole planetary shift is now taking place in your 9th house very soon. So for all those people who are like aspiring for PhDs or higher studies, any of the foreign university admissions, or any of the concerns of the job placement, so I would say the week is creating a positive energy. You do not have to worry anything. Like with the passage of the time or after this week, things are only going to get better for you. But when I talk about the basic education over there in the matters of the 5th house, over there you have to just concentrate more on your academics. Now guys, when I talk about the how the week will turn out for the people connected with business, so definitely guys, your ascendant lord is right now in a strengthened state in your 1st house. It is giving straight aspect to your 7th house, and the way your 7th house is going to be turning out in the transit, so this week can prove out to be very profitable for a lot many people who are connected with the business. So for the business connected people, the week is creating a very positive energy. Like rather, I would say guys, the vulnerability on some sudden losses is only on the first 2 days of the week. Like rather, I would say Monday and Tuesday. After that, things will start getting better for you because moon is going to getting exalted in your 3rd house. So definitely, if week will start with some sudden vulnerability in the matters of the finances, then with the passage of time, like rather, not only you will be able to rebound or fix things in a very great measure, but also you will be able to receive the right set of support from people around you as well. Like this could be your siblings, this could be your friends, this could be your colleagues. They will also prove to be a matter of support for you in any of the situation or phase of crisis. So guys, overall the week is creating a very positive energy. I'm not seeing you guys vulnerable, just the matters of your health. Just try to remain watchful over there. And also guys, because sun is also debilitated right now in the transit, that too in your 8th house, and your 2nd house being in the epicenter of this eclipse, so try to remain very much respectful and very accommodating towards the elderly members of the family. The same thing is applicable for the people in authority or your bosses as well. But overall guys, a very good week for the commercial success, and a very good energy which is soon getting generated for all the people who are right now enrolled in higher studies. So this is how the week will turn out for all the Pisces Lagna people. So this is something friends which I wanted to say as a part of my inputs for this weekly transit results. For further updates and notifications on the divine science of Vedic astrology, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and like my Facebook page. Dhanyavad.